last time ShawTV met up with Jeff Marshall, his pumpkins were just starting to fruit. Now, some time has passed and the pumpkins are growing at an impressive rate.
This time of year, well, the fruit, once it starts to get a certain size, if it can grow too fast, it can crack open. You have to worry about the blossom end rot. We've lost, out of 6 pumpkins I had set the first week of July, we've lost 2 out of 6 from blossom end rot. For blossom end rot, it'll be right under where the blossom fruits, where the flower comes on the fruit. So it'll be right underneath there. It takes a lot of calcium. I've been adding milk to the water barrel as a calcium source. So it's been getting like maybe 2 gallons a week. This one was about the size of a baseball last time, basketball. And now it's grown to about 300 pounds, 350 pounds. And this is the biggest squash I've ever seen live. It's pretty cool. This is a beauty. This is this is my favorite one this year. This is the one came from my own seed that I had last year. That was the Celebrate 100 pumpkin. Like I gave away 50 plants in the community, and this was just one of the, and this wasn't a good plant either. This was just a little scrubber, and it sure grew. The pumpkin keeps growing higher and higher. We have to keep the stem to go up the same level as the pumpkin, or else it can pull off the stem. That's what I had happen last year. I think it's around 300 pounds, but we can measure it and find out exactly how it is. We take a measuring tape by doing crossover measurement. We can look at a chart on the book and we can figure out almost exactly how it is. They've done it by doing a sample of like thousands of pumpkins, large pumpkins, and they put the data together and come up with a standard chart. So we'll go like from straight down to the ground, and you go up over the largest size, straight to the ground, up over the highest part of the pumpkin. And then we'll do their circumference. At 257 inches, it should be around 353 pounds, which is a pretty big squash, or a pretty big pumpkin. And this was largest Canadian pumpkin grown 2 years ago. So I got this seed and producing a good fruit. It looks like it's going to be longer and it might outweigh any of the ones that look bigger right now. Need to keep it covered because we don't really want the skin to set on these yet. They're still growing too fast, and we keep it covered. It stops the skin from toughening up, like the sun will toughen it up, just like a person. And when it started, we were covering it with just needed 1 bag, but now I'm gonna have to go buy some sheets, I think, because it's getting huge.
So what's this mixture you got
This
here?
mixture would be called manure tea, but it's a mix of fertilizers, milk, manure, seaweed extract. But the plants sure seem to love it. Terminated the end of the vine, so I don't want any bigger of a plant. I want it to focus on putting everything into the pumpkin instead of more plant type. Still keep them watered, keep them covered up so that the skin doesn't set on it. Keep adding the fertilizer to it. I use the manure barrel so it gets watered. It gets continually fertilized all the time. Bugs aren't too much a problem this year. The cold nights and that, I think I'm going to have to cover this whole patch so we get an extra month of good growing.
So be sure to keep your vines raised around the pumpkin. Cover and terminate your side vines so that all the energy goes to the pumpkin, and keep watering, and you too could end up with your own giant pumpkin. For ShawTV, I'm Christian LeMay.